The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Mid Carolina Service Company.
Mid Carolina Service Company is the first name to search for your residential or commercial HVAC needs in Lexington and surrounding areas.
Just go holler at Jason and Clint. They'll hook you up on the air conditioners, on the restaurant equipment, refrigerators, refrigeration, ice machine repair. They've been doing this for years. I know them cats forever.
Family owned and operated since 2006, they pride themselves in their quality work and customer relationships. Call 803-356-4153 or visit midcarolinaserviceco.com for a no obligation quote for service today.
This episode of the Hilltop Glove Podcast is powered by Caddy Pack, the artist making waves with a sound that's bold, creative, and unmistakably universal. If you love music with flavor, edge, and personality, you need to lock in with her today. Hit caddypack.com to stream the music, watch visuals, and grab merch. That's caddypack.com. Don't play yourself. Go run it up.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast.
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 The Hilltop Glove Podcast.
Welcome back to the Hilltop Glove Podcast. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Clif Tha Supa Producer, a DJ, producer, and musician from Hopkins, South Carolina. He graduated from South Carolina State University, South Carolina State in the house, in 2014 with a Bachelor of Arts in Music. Since then, his main focus has been on perfecting his sound. From birthday parties, proms, and concerts, he has done it all. Clif has played on numerous stations such as 100.1 The Beat, Throwback 105.5, 92.7 The Block, and The Streets 103.3. His playlist and music are available on Bandcamp and Mixcloud. Stay tuned while we dive into the world of music with Clif Tha Supa Producer. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be here. I love the intro.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Awesome. Super excited.
Awesome.
Excellent. This is one that should have been a long time coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. This one, I was like, man, we should have been talking to Clif.
Yeah, man. I'm great. I appreciate y'all, man, for sure.
Mhm.
For sure.
And shout out to Tamaya for your nice bio. She puts this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she and I go way.
See, so you already know.
Yeah.
Try to sound as creepy as we can. She try to get as much as she knows. She actually know. She know your two baby mamas, and she know how much house.
Chill.
See,
Nah,
she got it all. She got it all.
Nah.
No, but one of the things about our podcast is if you've checked it out, you already know what the first question is. We'd like for you to explain to our audience a little bit about your background. What was it like for you growing up, and who influenced you?
Yeah, so growing up, I'm from Hopkins, South Carolina, small town just southeast of Columbia.
Blowing up now.
Yeah. It's Hopkins is just really coming up. But yeah, man, I grew up small town. Both my parents in music. My dad played keys. He played harmonica. He played trombone.
Wow.
Any instrument, he played it. But he was also a math teacher. He was in the Vietnam. He was he was a Vietnam vet. Drove trucks. So my dad,
He looked alive.
yeah, man. Listen, you name it, he did it. My mom, she sang. She comes from a small town in Gilbert, South Carolina, Lexington, South Carolina.
Oh, she was good.
Yeah. So my mom sang. So yeah, like just growing up, music was always around. I remember so many vinyl records around, messing around on turntables when I shouldn't have been messing around on turntables.
These turntables that should have been used for turntables.
Yeah, exactly. it wasn't that type of time, but I've always loved music. A huge Michael Jackson fan. I was always imitating him, trying to moonwalk, trying to do everything he did. The glove, the high waters, the socks, all of that. So yeah, man, music's been a part of my life for my entire life. Okay. Was in the band, played saxophone, I played strings in 5th grade.
Okay.
Then to 6th grade went to saxophone, and from there, man, music just been it's been a part of my life ever since.
Awesome. Awesome. Did you have any? Do you have any siblings?
I have an older sister, older half sister, but I grew up an only child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unique.
Mhm.
Okay.
I got a question. You have, it seems like you were the type of person that have older parents. Your parents were they like?
Yeah. When my mom had me, she was about 39.
Okay.
And my dad was probably about 5 years older than her. So yeah, I definitely had older parents for sure.
Okay, so yeah, you've always, like, ever since as long as I've known you, I was like, he always seems like the type of guy that has older parents. Because like Arnold and I, we got a couple of friends. Like,
oh yes,
you can tell because like our parents were younger when they had us. They were in their early 20s, and it's just a big difference. Like with kid, like people who grew up with older parents.
Yeah,
it's a lot more settled. Even though compared to people even older than you guys.
Yeah, listen, man. Like with my dad, especially, it wasn't too much that I couldn't get away with. He was my mom too. Like it wasn't too much that I couldn't do. They were always at school, a part of every parent-teacher conference. Yeah. My mom was the PTO president when I was in band. And in high school, they both were part of the Band Booster Club. So they were at all the practices and all the trips. So. Yeah. My parents were heavily involved in my schooling and just everything. Even like what I took from them from then, just grammar wise, like they weren't playing with that. Anytime me and my friends and I would say something like that, just wasn't. It didn't sound right. My mom is correcting it, like, nah, it's not that, it's this. Because I remember growing up, over there would be a thing, but it's not. No, we're not saying over there, it's over there. So yeah, my mom wasn't playing that. My dad was always on me about homework. And with him being a math teacher,
oh my Lord,
you know what I mean. So just they're checking everything, but you know, like looking back on it, it was beneficial for me. Okay, you know what I mean. So like, and I still try to keep that going as an adult. You feel me? So yeah, man, they were always around, always there, and you know what I mean. So
the expectations of excellence and performance from you. And I would say, do you think it was based on the fact that they were at the age they were when they had you? They had matured, they had lived life, and so they kind of understood what was required? Yeah. Like I said, man, it wasn't too much that I couldn't get away with, and they would just own me. Like, man, you're not going to be half-stepping. It has to be on full undivided attention.
Yeah, man. Like, so I had to be on it, and I'm grateful for that. I can't take that away from them. I'm super grateful for it, for sure.
That's awesome. Now, I got to ask this because where you went to high school at. All right, so now, because I know a little bit about how Columbia works. My brother explained this to me years ago. So in Columbia, most people, they stay in their area.
Yeah.
Now, you're from an area, obviously right now, it's blowing up right now. It is blowing up. So everybody's trying to get a little bit of piece of that little sauce that's coming off there, that taste.
For sure.
Yeah. How was it growing up in your region of Columbia? And did you ever like travel, especially I asked you this too, especially as a DJ, what was it like traveling outside of your region, your comfort zone to explore the city? Yeah,
I had to. It was no other choice. With being from Hopkins, there's no, at the time, and still now, there's really no industry.
Yeah.
So you have to go out to Columbia. You have to travel out to make a name and gain some exposure. So I can remember as early as me being 17, where he and I met at the Beat Street Beat Battle at New Brooklyn Tavern.
That's so, man, y'all are true to this. Yes. Y'all true.
Yeah. So like with me being heavy into production, King was the one that told me about the Beat Battle because he taught at my high school.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, and my middle school as well. I met King. I was in the 8th grade, I believe. Okay. Yeah, so, and we've been on each other ever since. So at the time, my senior year, actually, I'll never forget, my senior year, he told me about the Beat Street Beat Battle. And listen, I didn't have a license at the time. So my dad drove me there.
Man, that made me feel so bad.
Yeah. So my dad drove me there, and we stuck around the entire time. It's the things I'll never forget. I remember I got to it came down to myself and Mike S. You know what I mean? So it came down to that. Mike S took the W. Yeah. But again, that
was a beast.
Man, listen. crazy.
With some great producers. You didn't even, again, that's what those things are for. Brings out the best.
Yeah, and it really did. I learned a lot from that, just hearing different styles of production and, you know, where I land within that. But at that time, being 17, my first ever beat battle and making it that far, like it
really good.
Yeah, I gained so much from that. It really built my confidence. Just being in front of people, playing my music in front of people, because I think that might have been the first time I ever played my music just in front of a crowd, period. Yeah. So yeah, man, and like I said, man, I was about 17, and to your point earlier, or your question earlier, I had to get out of Hopkins and move around just to make some type of name and keep it going. So yeah, man, I had to get from Hopkins, go to Columbia, and just keep it rolling.
Now, with the different areas in Columbia, I'm gonna hone in on this question.
You got your downtown, you got your West Columbia, Lexington.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Which one of those regions was the region in which you got your real first chance to shine? That was your breakout moment.
So it really was that beat battle downtown, New Brooklyn Tavern. Like I said, man, that's something that I'll still think about that, because again, it was one of my first experiences playing my beats in front of people, getting a crowd reaction, learning about, all right, this person's style of production gained this type of reaction. So I go back to the lab, work on some things, tweak some things, and plus I'm still in high school, so I'm still learning and still growing. But yeah, going downtown, that's where it was. That's
what kind of opportunities did it lead to for you?
Man, I met so many great people from, like I said, you know, just knowing King, Fat Rat, just everybody involved with that, man. So it allowed me to just, like I said, just gain that exposure. And then, you know, MySpace being as popular as it was then.
That's so true.
You know what I mean? So like just gaining more social media wise, and even going back to school and talking about it. And you know what I mean? So you get that same type of love from that. So it was dope. It was dope.
Awesome.
Yeah, that time, man, was like, you think hindsight being 2020, and just think about where we at now, and just where a lot of people who were involved. That was so much of an incubator.
Yeah.
For, man, just thinking about
all those names.
I don't think we even knew it at the time. It was just a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really missing that space now.
Man, tell me about it.
Because if you think about it, we would even be doing what we're doing now, really, because it's like, that's where, because I know for us, we were coming from Lexington, West Columbia and stuff.
We didn't go downtown.
We never did.
Wow.
We never.
That's what I'm talking about.
Me and Debo did.
Yeah. You did. We got a little different.
It was outside.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
But that's the point. That's why I asked you this question, because I know growing up, I never thought about it like that. But we stayed in our little silo, like that little Lexington, Gilbert area. And then we might go over to Irmo, like we were teasing about before. We might ride down to the Dutch Square area. But if we did, we got to bring some people with us. We can't just go by ourselves.
For sure.
Right? It was, exactly. Real talk. So being able to go to events like that and seeing people from the different areas of the city and seeing what they did, it was amazing. It was eye-opening for us.
Yeah.
So that we were literally in a city area, because you don't think about it like that, but you're in a city area.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like being from a small town in Hopkins, all people I'm playing my music for is my friends.
Yeah.
And just, you know, everybody I'm coming up with, but just to really gain some type of name and, you know, meet people and network, I had to go outside of that. And, you know, it like I said, it led to just meeting more people. And I'm still learning how to DJ at that time. But
that's what I want.
Yeah, but production was first, for sure. Production was first. DJing was like I said, it was still in there, but my main thing at that time was just, I got to be the best producer in the world. Yeah. That's what it came down to. But yeah, so that, from beats, that led to DJing, and you know, the rest is history.
I'll tell you what's so cool about that, because Kevin, I'm a big DJ Premier fan, right? And I remember DJ Premier was talking about the fact that he was like, yo, I'm a producer, right? But he's like, but I got a DJ. And they were like, why? Because he's like, I got to have something that I can do outside of the production that puts me with my MC on stage.
Yeah.
Because if you ever watch DJ Premier DJ, he doesn't DJ like a typical DJ. He does it has a very interesting setup. He has both his turntables side by side style and his mixer over on the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's from the production mind, because that's what he was a producer first.
Yep.
And another thing people don't realize about him, and this is why I'm bringing this up, especially with you, because it's interesting how your story is. He's from the South.
Yeah.
People don't realize.
Texas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he brought that up north as a producer, going up north and then learning how to DJ later. I thought that was always so interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did that affect you becoming a DJ after becoming a producer?
Because you just the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. See, with me, I'm a super 3 6 Mafia fan. And I love DJ Paul J. Like for them, for me, those two, like they set the groundwork. Or they were my super major influences.
Yeah.
So whatever they were doing, I would try to emulate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and they were DJs as well.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like whatever album, because I love Project is my favorite rapper of all time. Mm-hmm. So I'm listening to him. I'm listening to him. I'm listening to what Paul just was doing. I'm just absorbing it. I'm really trying to really comprehend what's going on. Being like 11, 12. Well, mind you, I shouldn't be listening to that.
I'm about to say.
We all know we shouldn't have been listening to.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I shouldn't be listening to that. I remember begging my mom at like 11, 12 to let me just buy the explicit version of an album. I just needed. Yeah, I needed to.
But it's art, Mom.
Right. Man, the exact album was Land of Smackdown by Project Pat. It had the song Choose You on there. Choose You is for people that don't know, that's the same record as International Players Anthem by UGK.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and Choose You, that I love that. I love that song. So I'm just studying what they were doing, going back in the lab, just trying to, just honing on my craft as a producer, and just like I said, man, just listening, man. I'm really trying to just understand what's going on. I'm reading all the credits. I'm looking at who's engineering this and everything. So I'm just taking it. But when it all comes down to it, I'm like, yo, I gotta do what they were doing. I'm studying the structure. I'm studying just everything.
Message.
Yeah, like
like you study.
I study it, man, just listening, and of course coming from playing an instrument.
Yeah.
And knowing how to read music.
What instrument were you playing again?
Saxophone.
Saxophone.
I started alto saxophone 6th grade, and then 7th grade I went to tenor saxophone. Okay. And so from 7th grade up until college, tenor saxophone, that's my main instrument.
Who's your favorite saxophonist?
Coltrane, for sure.
All right.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on. So I'm coming up. I'm like 12, 13, 14. Just list. That's 3-6, Lil Jon, anything from the crunk era. Yeah. That's
you ready? For those who ain't experienced it, y'all miss something fun in the club.
Man, listen.
Crunk era.
Listen, at that time, I wish I was like an actual adult.
Yeah.
But I'm just listening to the music. You know what I mean? So just studying.
You missed it, man.
Man.
I wasn't supposed to be there. That era, and they were dancing. Like people were having fun in the club.
Going crazy. Yeah, so like I said, man, Paul and Juicy J, super major influences. Mm-hmm. So like I said, I'm just studying them, trying to learn, trying to just do everything I can. And like I said, man, the rest is history.
It's awesome, man. And so that explains a lot about your sound and how you picked it up. And I know Kevin knows this more than me, especially with you, with that. But because he really serious produced, like my brother Kevin.
100%.
Really, you
he ain't gonna say it, but we can talk about it.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Y'all really focus and hone in at trying to figure out a sound, figure out how a producer does what it is they do, and then using that to elaborate on what you want to do. Now, what I want to ask you about this is trends. Mm-hmm. So obviously, in the industry, you have trends of sounds, how things are working at the time to be in the major market. Mm-hmm. How has the trends throughout the years, how has that affected your sound?
Man, you got to just be with the times. Everything changes probably within 4 or 5 years of each other.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about that. Look, I agree.
So y'all already know what time it is. Like you get about a good 4 or 5 years, and then we on to the next.
Gotta flip it.
Yeah, so like professionally, I started DJing in the end of 2014, like just before I graduated college. So everything just kind of just lined up the way it should have. So I started DJing like November. My first club gig was November 2014. And at that time, the sound, I remember Mustard being super popular. Yep. So that style was going on. And then Metro Boomin was coming up during that time. So it's like, man, you got to just, again, it goes back to studying and knowing what works and what doesn't. Again, you can craft your own style within that. But I do think it's important to stick to, or it's important to kind of just gravitate towards what's working. Just to get some kind of traction, and then you get the traction, and now you can start introducing new things to people. And because again, sometimes people just don't know what they want until you give it to them. So just knowing what's going on, you get that 4 to 5 years, and keep it pushing. And with me, I had to understand, like, all right, if one thing isn't working, let's go back and work on that and get to what is working and go from there. Because I remember certain times being in the club, like early on, I feel like I had somewhat of a difficult time trying to connect with people. Because at that time, like I said, I'm new.
Now, what do you mean by that? For the audience member who listens who doesn't know what that means from a DJ.
Yeah, so like just when it comes down to it, just pure song selection. Sometimes what you're working on in your room, it might not translate to people in real life.
Exactly.
So if I'm playing these certain records that might be underground, I think they're amazing. But some people who like mainstream music, it might the underground stuff might not connect.
Go right over the head.
Yeah. So now I'm like, all right, this night these songs worked, these songs didn't. So let me go back and just, all right, let's eliminate what didn't work. I might do this I might work on some stuff just for my own personal sake, but for the sake of the people, let me go in and understand, all right, this era works with them, this era resonates with them, this era is okay, but it might not, you know what I mean?
It hit the mark.
Yeah. Like it's maybe a certain group of people might like it, but overall, it didn't work out. And in my industry, in my career field, like the overall is what matters.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So just like I said, it always for me goes back to studying and just listening. Like, yeah, I can work on the technical, scratching and everything, blending and everything, but if I'm playing these records that aren't connecting with people, then me scratching and doing all this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It ain't gonna make them feel it.
Yeah, he's cool, like he's dope at what he's doing technically, but people might be like, man, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all right, bet. Let me just lock in and figure out what's working, and we go from there. So with me, knowing what works and what doesn't, that's super important.
Have you ever had a time when you bombed?
Yeah, man, listen, it's a time I think about to this day. This happened like 10, 11 years ago. I remember being at a spot called Route 77. It was on Assembly Street. You know what I'm saying? I was at Route 77, and I remember that I probably was there from like Wednesday to Saturday. And
you were doing multiple days?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, so I'm like fresh out of college. All these things happen, but yeah, like I'm at Route 77, and even getting there is a long story. But long story short, I get to Saturday, and mind you, DJ Louis V, that's usually his night.
Yo,
right? You know,
all right, I'm over there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's usually his night, but he wasn't. He was somewhere else or whatever. So I had to fill in for him, and I remember, oh my God, I remember playing something or whatever, and I remember some guy was like, "Yo." I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, "Yo, where's Louis V at?" Because you yeah, dog. Like I promise you, I still think about that to this day. That's why I'm so big on. That's why I'm so big on connecting. I'm like, yo, he was like, "Yo, where's V at?" Because you aren't doing X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
mind you, like I'm heated, but I can't react. I gotta still be.
You gotta cater.
Yeah,
to the crowd. Yes.
Like I gotta still be in that mode. But like I said, man, that night in particular, it just wasn't working. Like I'm tired. Like I'm going through so many things emotionally, like just losing my dad, or losing my mom. Excuse me, I lost my mom at the time, and all these things. Like, man, but I still got to lock in. Like all of that. While it does matter to me, but once I walk in this door, I got to leave all of that outside. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got to leave all that outside and keep going. But yeah, man, that night, it was like 2015. This might have been.
What did you play? What were you playing that the person was just
That's the thing. I wasn't even playing that. I don't think I was playing nothing crazy or nothing whack. But I guess just for that particular crowd, because at the time
they come out to probably see him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And plus I'm brand new. I'm probably like 23, 24 at the time. Wow. And this crowd is probably in their 30s. You know what I mean? So they're listening to things that I'm listening to what they're listening to, but I'm still in college mode.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, and not realizing or just not thinking it like, yo, this is an adult crowd. Yeah. So they're probably going to cater or gravitate towards more songs from a particular era that I'm not playing. I'm playing more contemporary, current stuff.
That's happened to me before.
You know what I'm saying? But this crowd, they want something from when I was in like 9th, 10th grade. Yeah.
They want to hear you mix Tupac with Cash Money early 2000s. And you was like, nah, but I'm playing the recent music. Yeah, they want nostalgia. Yeah, like, but I'm playing what's hot right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because mind you, in college, house parties, I'm killing.
Yeah.
And even at that particular club, Route 77, I was having great nights, but it was just that particular Saturday, and mind you, it wasn't like a stretch where I'm bombing for like an hour straight. It's just that guy was just being, you know what I mean, just being lame.
Yeah. I had a DJ talk about this. He was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't just be at any particular place that you want me to be at that night. It doesn't work that way. We normally have residencies. We have places we're supposed to be at, right? And that's what you run into sometimes as DJs. And I remember having to run into this issue is that, hey, I'm here filling in for this DJ. Because I remember I filled in for like Arnett and stuff. So I was going to go into the spot. He can't be there. He wasn't there. So I filled in, right? And when they go in there, they're looking to get the same exact experience. 100%. And you cannot do that.
100%. Yeah.
It don't work that way.
Yeah.
Like unless the man's just gonna give me a set list. You
right.
See what I'm saying? It don't work that way.
And even with set lists, with me, I'll go in, I'm just freestyling. I don't have anything prepared.
Yeah. That's what I like doing.
Yeah, I'm just going straight in. I'm going.
Crowd.
Yeah, exactly. I'm feeling the crowd. I'm going off what I see. But yeah, man, that was, like I said, I still think about that. And
I can tell that was that's why I had to ask. I was like, I know it's happening.
Man, listen, man. So yeah, I'm super big on just connecting or trying to connect with the crowd for as long as possible, because you know what I mean, we there from like 4 to 5 hours
easy.
You know what I mean, and we got to be on it the entire time.
You don't get a break. Honestly, it's not like a band. You take a 5 or 10. That's not happening.
On you know what I mean. So yeah, I gotta have my foot on the gas the entire time.
I'll let you know when I came to see you, you was fire.
Oh, respect.
So it's not a problem. You have my wife. They know my wife. My wife is dancing.
Yeah.
She don't be out there dancing. Like,
respect.
So yeah, you was fire.
Respect. I appreciate that.
Now I'll say this is a question I got for you, because like I said, you started 2014. It's 2026 now, and of course, as a DJ, you have different environments that you're in. But we'll talk specifically just about like your contemporary club scene right now. How much do you think has changed just from the environment, even as a good DJ? Like you're connecting with them. Yeah. How much has the crowd changed from 2014 to now?
Man, the thing I see the most is everything is going towards lounge culture. So there's a lot of chairs where there used to be a dance floor now.
Oh, you're right.
There's chairs, tables, sections. Yeah. So now it feels like I have to. From 2020 on up, it feels like I have to work a lot harder to again connect with people, versus from 2019 on back, things felt like everybody really came to party. Yeah. Now it appears like people come to enjoy the vibe, but there isn't much
interaction.
Yeah, it isn't much interaction, and so, it's weird now, because the way I view it like people having fun, I see a lot of this. Yeah. Like a lot of people holding up their phones, a lot of people like, you know what I mean? Like there is dancing, dancing, but it's like you know, I don't know. It's just different. Sometimes I'll be honest, I don't like it for real because again, like you got to just. It feels like you got to work a lot harder and try to
get the same effect.
Yeah. So sometimes if I'm at a spot or like a lounge or so to speak, it's like whatever I'm playing, it's like I'm throwing paint at a wall, trying to figure out what's working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm like, all right, let me try some dance hall. Let's see if this works. Let's try some 90s. Let's try New Jack Swing. You know what I mean? Just some trap. Like let me try something. But some places, I know what they want. Like sometimes they just want just one specific thing.
That's it.
And that's it. And sometimes I'm okay with that because sometimes I'll be honest. I like to be ignorant and play. You know what I mean? Just
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like all right, let's play a lot of club records. Yeah. Let's play a lot of stuff for the women, and you know we could lock in and just have some fun. But it for sure is definitely a difference from like 10 years ago. It's a big difference.
And I like what you said too, like the change in the club culture. This is gonna be a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So with and I know what you mean, and I watch the change occur, and I'll tell you, and you're gonna understand this because you did house parties,
mm-hmm.
and from doing a house party, what you realize is people moving and dancing, that energy that it creates like a fever frenzy.
Yeah.
So as you play your music and as the people are feeling it, you're getting a vibe off of them, they're getting a vibe off of you, and it's infectious.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start getting into a club, you can still get the same feeling, but it's for some people they have to warm up or they may need libations. But once that starts rolling, you're gonna get the same effect.
Yeah.
Lounge culture.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the purchasing of sections. Basically, you have 10 to 15 different mini parties going on at once.
1,000%.
Say it. And if this not like some silent disco where people got their headphones on listening to music that they want to listen to, you're trying to figure out how to keep 12 to 15 different parties jumping at once.
Exactly.
You busting your ass. Part of my friend. That's a lot of work, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You got to work a lot harder now in these lounges, in these clubs, man. Everyone want the hookah.
Yeah,
they want the drinks and everything.
They eating full meals.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. Like y'all really in here to eat for real.
Yeah, that's that red velvet.
Yo, the red velvet wings. Yeah, bro.
Man,
yo.
And I'm someone
crazy.
And that's the thing, man. I'm someone like when I play, I like to play just off momentum. Yeah. So if we going, then if we rolling, then we rolling.
Yeah.
So if I see people like standing up on chairs and all that, all right, then I know I'm killing.
Yeah.
But it's different because I could be killing, but they sitting down and grooving, like you know what I mean.
This.
Yeah, like I'm
getting my hookah. I'm getting it now.
Yeah,
I like this guy. I like Clif. Clif making me feel it.
Right.
That's another one of them bottles, and they're sitting where they're at.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and that's cool, I guess. But I like to see like actual movement.
Yeah.
So if I'm not seeing it the way I would like to, then I feel like, man, sometimes it's kind of going, or what I'm doing is kind of going like unnoticed or just a bit underappreciated.
You're bringing skills, you're bringing repertoire. Like you said, you're an actual musician.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, man, listen, I didn't go to school to learn music theory for nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and go to ear training class for nothing.
Yeah, and
study study everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I like to learn from what I took from being at SC State and applying that. What I learned as just a musician and applying that to being a DJ and all of that. So I like to, just really showcase what I can do and bring some type of musicality. But with certain places, you go
appreciate it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Just go in, try to perform it as best you can, and then we get the money and then we out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
All right. So based off what you said, what would you say is your probably, if you could, because of course, man, like you're like, in so many words, you're like a music historian for a lot of people.
Respect.
Right? Not only just with when you're at shows, but even with your mixtapes. What would you say is probably your favorite time period to play when you're live?
Man, I'll be honest. I love the mid 2000s, like 06, 07, 08 stuff from when I was like 15, 16. Because that, like, again, man, that crunk era.
Try to tell people. It was so much fun.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that era, it resonates with me the most because that's what I was listening to a lot. Yeah. I still have all of my CDs from when I was being
you
younger.
Still have the CDs?
100%.
Wow.
100%. Listen, man. 3 full CD books. Yeah, man. Mixed CDs that I burned myself, albums that I bought. Like I said, man, I was big on my mom and dad to get the explicit version. So once I, you know what I mean, saving up money and all that, and I'm like, all right, let's go to Sounds Familiar.
Yeah.
And you know, you know what I'm saying? Go there because they had what I loved. I couldn't go to Walmart. I could go to Walmart, but again, it's clean version.
That's before they even sold anything. So yeah, ain't getting it there.
Yeah, so it's either we go to Sounds Familiar or at the time, Manifest, Disc and Tapes. You know what I'm saying? So so like my dad and I would go out there because my collection of music, nothing in comparison to what he had.
I agree. That's the problem. I agree. Yeah.
Was he like a vinyl collector?
1,000%. It's still vinyl in the crib now. Yeah. So yeah, man. So that era, the mid 2000s, I love the most. Even R&B from that time. I know people
still singing.
Yeah, like people. I know people like revere the 80s and the 90s, which are great eras. Yeah. But I think like when I started really knowing how to comprehend what's going on, the 05, 06 era, it resonated with me with R&B as well. Like I remember that T-Pain's first album.
Yep.
His first album. A friend of mine introduced me to it, and just production alone, that was incredible. And he did it all himself. Yeah. From like every playing everything.
T-Pain's so underrated.
Super.
So underrated.
So like for me, that album introduced me to start listening to more R&B. So yeah, the mid 2000s, I love that for sure.
I have a question. So obviously, we were talking about trends, music trends, etc. We are where we are now, right? With music, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
I know we asked this question of everybody dealing in creative, and so we're gonna ask this question to you. AI. As a DJ specifically, how do you feel that AI is going to affect your lane and what it is that you do?
That's a good question. I see the advantages that AI has, but nothing beats an actual person performing, playing, and all of that. So I think AI has its advantages, but what I think the disadvantages is just it's going to make certain people kind of lazy, for lack of better terms, and it's going to stifle creativity, or it could bring out the best in creativity, but it's not going to be as dope as it could be because you have something doing it for you. So it takes away that feel, and I'm a person that's super big on just the feeling. To me, I think I work super hard in just trying to create a feeling, because it's one thing to just, like I said, be technical with it and learn these notes or learn how some hardware works. But if you're unable to create a feeling, then it's like, man, what's the point? Or try to be distinctive with your sound. It's like, what's the point? But and AI is great. I've heard some good things from it, but man, I don't know.
Have you ever utilized it?
Not probably not not how I should have, honestly, or try to take advantage of it. Because again, man, I think it's kind of like a crutch, but kind of in a bad way, for real.
Yeah.
But
it's a crutch that this is how I look at it. I'm telling you, this is DJ.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had I've used certain programming to make playlists, like long format playlists, right? That you would take, because I remember at one time I was running a little radio station on Live 365. This is back in the day, like this 2014, 2015, right? Back in the day. And I was running this station, and I used, at the time it was Mixmeister. It wasn't full AI, but it was machine written, right? So you drop your songs in, it'll mix and blend them by itself. Running on my station. Ran the station 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I ain't had to mess with nothing. Keep it clocking, right?
For sure.
That was a cool tool for me to use at the time, right? Because it's not something that I'm going out to deliver as a product to people, right?
Right.
Have you, and this is the question I'm coming up with, because I'm looking at how Serato has changed, how your equipment has changed when it comes to DJing. Like the fact that technically you don't need needles no more for records if you use a record, like to mess with a record. You don't need a hard drive anymore. You just need Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And technically it will get your crates, make your set list. You can even take somebody's set list, a known DJ.
Exactly.
You could take their set list and play it.
Exactly.
And they'll play it for you.
So that's the thing, man. Like with that, I can see how they design it where it can be resourceful.
Yeah.
But again, man, like it can make some people lazy, and it's going to create certain advantages where people can move ahead of someone that's super nice.
Yeah.
That might not utilize certain things.
Yeah.
And someone who might not be as dope can get further because they're doing or using X, Y, and Z to get further along DJing or whatever. So
devil's advocate.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Advocate.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Ready? And this is where, especially in our community, I always like to say this, especially in the hip hop community, we have these discussions around morality, and it always gets shaded when it comes to money.
For sure.
We will give away our souls for the mighty dollar.
Yeah, it's
almighty dollar.
You know what ultimately it comes down to with AI, and this is, like I said, this is just my take. I think it's what do you value the process, or you value the results. So if your value is more or less placed on the results, of course you're going to be more drawn to AI. Whereas if it's about the process for you, you're going to be a little bit
human action.
Yeah. I do think it's something about that process, like you said. It's something about you going in and figuring out how to actually connect with people as just putting a playlist on.
Yeah.
Because it's not, like I said, the club could just throw a playlist on.
Exactly.
Spotify.
Exactly.
It's on Spotify the whole time. Just But it can't connect to the crowd.
And it don't drop a record the way you drop a record and when it's time to drop the record.
Exactly.
Like when there's certain songs, there's certain songs, right? There's certain parts of the songs, when it's time, you could just cut that record and drop the next one the right way.
They were designed
and the whole club go crazy.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, people start popping, stuff start dropping from the floor, money start flying around. You got people run to hit backflips. And they be like, what happened? It's the way that he interrupted the record.
No doubt.
That's what happened at the club when I was there when you were playing.
That's because Clif does the best transitions.
Come on now.
No, real talk. I'm just telling you, Nisha was dancing. Shout out.
But I have a question. Clif, can you talk about the COVID era and how you had to transition into doing stuff from home and obviously being comfortable speaking on the mic as a DJ?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so when COVID hit, man, it changed everything, man. Clubs shutting down. I'm unable to move around as much as I did. So, all right, now we're in adjustment mode. So, all right, now I got to learn how to get on Zoom, go live on these platforms and all of that. And again, man, learning how to connect with people through this screen now versus, in the actual building. So, all right, again, knowing what works, what doesn't. Now I gotta think about engagement. I gotta think about all these numbers and just trying to figure out, like, all right, what works, what doesn't. But man, that was a weird time. It was a fun time, but overall it was a weird time because, like, man, it was just so different than what I'm used to. Granted, I'm a super introvert, so I'm down with being inside the house. Yeah. I'm down just kicking it, whatever. But it got to a point where, man, it can't be like this forever. It's no way this is where we are. But at the time, it felt like it. Yeah. So, all right, I got to figure out, like, first of all, what's going on right now? Because everything is in disarray. So what are we doing? And, well, if we here now, let me use these resources to keep it going, keep some type of money flow coming in, and go from there. But yeah, like going through that era, and figuring out what works, how to connect. Again, I'm super, I keep saying that, but being able to connect with somebody through music is important. So if y'all like these particular songs, all right, then cool. So and I got to be creative now. So like this night it might be R&B night. This night on live or whatever, it might be something for the ladies. You know what I mean? Or just whatever. You know what I mean? Just trying to figure out. I might mess around, do some house or whatever.
Yeah.
Just try to figure out what it is. Like I could be as creative as I want to, but if I'm not getting these numbers or whatever, then hey,
it doesn't matter.
We back to the drawing board. But yeah, that COVID was a interesting time to say the least, for sure. Yeah.
I know we have to get ready to wrap up, right? But obviously we're gonna let you do some shameless plugs. Do your drops. That's what
we can ask the other question.
Go ahead.
The main question. So
Yes.
we always ask the question to every
Yes.
guest that comes on here. But work-life balance, how do you maintain, like, you know, of course, your job is to be outside.
Yeah, late.
And like I said, I know you for years. Like most people know, you're an introvert.
Yeah.
Right? So I know you value your time, you know, like your time to yourself and being in the house. Like, how do you maintain all that? How do you balance?
Man, I'm so selfish with it. Once we done, playing, you know what I mean? I get through my Thursday through Saturday or Wednesday through Sunday or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Once that's it, man, don't look for me. I'm chilling. I'm chilling at the house. I'm doing what I gotta do and doing that unapologetically.
Yeah.
So listen, man. I'm about that. Like if I'm working, then I'm locked in. But once I'm out, I'm in the bed or I'm watching YouTube. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing extra going on. I'm laying low, and that's it, man.
Recharge your batteries.
Listen, I need to.
Yeah.
I need to. So like my work-life balance, I'm working, then I'm not. So listen, man, I'm big on chilling, and that's it.
I like what you said. Like you said, being selfish. Because you're being selfish for the right reason.
No doubt.
You have to, especially as DJ. And I'll tell people, man, people don't realize this. I was stupid. People say, what do you mean you're stupid? I was in college. I can't tell you because he the one who put me in the spot too. I was in college DJing, and I had an 8 o'clock calculus class. I'm finishing up 3-4 in the morning, and get up, go to the calculus class.
Tough.
That was not smart.
Tough.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that was not wise. That was not wise. Not wise. But people don't realize that's what when you're DJing, you're living those two different lives, and it's a little rough on
Man, listen, man, just to bounce off that, like I said, I started DJing the end of my senior year of college. So I'm DJing at Route 77 Orangeburg at the time. It's Cloud 9 now, or the 9 now, but at the time it was Route 77 Orangeburg. I'm DJing. It was Thursday or Friday night. I'm graduating the next morning, at 8:30.
You
know what I'm saying? Like fall graduation. So that night I get home or get back to my dorm at like 2-3 in the morning. Gotta wake up. You know what I mean? I remember my roommate calling like, yo, we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get up. It's early. I remember I didn't even see it at the time, but my dad was texting me, just making sure. Because we walked in, but he didn't see me, so he thought he thought I missed it.
Yep.
I'm like, man, there's no way. Listen, I've been at SC State for like 5.5 years.
He said, I'm making this.
Man, I don't care what happened the night before. I'm getting up, and you know what I mean. So, yeah, we made it, but yeah, man, like. I feel you.
Yeah.
For sure.
That was a grind. People don't realize it's a grind. Even when you're doing it your full time, it's a grind. But I want to make sure, this is your camera over here. I want you to let people know what you have going on, where they can find you, and how they can get your services.
Yeah, for sure. One time, for everybody from Hopkins, South Carolina, long live my mom and dad. I love y'all, miss y'all. But you can find me, misscloud.com/CTSP, merch, ctsp.bigcartel.com. Instagram, Clif Tha Supa Producer. Twitter, I still say it's still Twitter to me. It's not X. It's still Twitter to me. Clif_got_beats. It's Clif with 1 F. But yeah, man, Clif Supa Producer. I'm everywhere. Google it. You know what I mean? It's all and I appreciate y'all, man.
Tell them where you be at so they can catch you out.
Oh, listen, man. I'm at R&B Bar and Grill in Columbia every Thursday night. I bounce around from like Truth to Columbia, Barcode, Sky Bistro. Man, whoever is booking, whoever's calling, I'm there. You know what I mean? So listen, we get into it. We showing love. We putting out great content. So find me anywhere, everywhere. And it's all good, man. I appreciate y'all.
It's always a great vibe when you're
respect.
I tell people that.
Respect.
That's one from one. But for the Hilltop Glove podcast, this is DJ and what?
Skip.
Wait.
Mike.
And our esteemed guest.
CTSP, Clif Tha Supa Producer, man. Love.
We appreciate you being here with us today, brother.
Yeah.
Real talk. We're going to have you back on, obviously.
Let's do it.
Come on.
Do it.
And if you have things going on or specific events, especially if it's something different from what you're doing, please let us know so we can share to our guests, to our audience so they can pay attention. But until the next time, please tell somebody next to them that you love and you appreciate them. You don't always get a chance to do that, and sometimes we fail to do it when we should. So make sure you let somebody know. And the Hilltop Glove podcast, we appreciate y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. We will see you next time. Peace.
We out.
The Hilltop Glove Podcast.